Hi, this is Ginger Rankin with Izzy Herriette Co. I wanted to come tonight and address a few major issues and continue to do teaching on what the Lord has revealed to me about this day in which we're living. And I want to come tonight and address, first off, a matter regarding the video that I put out about Egypt. And it's going to just take us and continue on from all of the videos that I've already done, and you can find those on my YouTube channel. But tonight I want to talk to you specifically about a great concern I have, and for good reason. I had a young person contact me last evening, and she had seen the video, tried to watch the video I put out of the vote in Egypt on Sunday, which I hope all of you are very much aware of, and that the Muslim Brotherhood is now in leadership there, which is very significant according to biblical prophecy for the last of the last days. And I hope you're watching all of these things that are taking place all over the world at this present time that are highly significant, and which every Christian should be aware of and should be watching at the same time that you're working for the Lord and you're believing in the scriptures about your inheritance for yourself. There are also scriptures that speak to us that we are to be watching the signs of the times. We are always to be watching biblical prophecy of end time fulfillment. We are to know the season of Matthew 24. And I hope that you're all busy about doing all of that. We're to be spreading the gospel at the same time, helping people, bringing people into the kingdom as never before, especially at this time when we're seeing end time prophecy being fulfilled at a really amazing rapid speed. So with all of that said, tonight, back to this young person that contacted me and really confided in me that they have a lot of concerns about the days that are at hand, and how they can remain steadfast in their faith and not get into fear, and how should they look at all of these things. And she had tried to view my video on Egypt and wasn't able to access it, so I hope that you all are accessing it okay. We're trying to get our website up and running so that you will be able to order CDs, and we'll have MP3s and audios for you to listen to as well. So we're really working on that and trying to get that made available to you so you don't miss out on these things. Tonight, the reason I bring this up about this young lady, first off, I want to say that these are serious times, serious days that we're living in. And if you can hear me say that to you and then turn and ask me why, then I can tell you that you are not aware, you're not instructed by end time scripture, you're not watching like we need to be, and you will be caught unaware, as the scriptures in 1 Thessalonians speak of, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians, and you don't want to be there. So when this gal contacted me, I had just seen something yesterday that really triggered something in me about this young generation in light of what the Lord has already spoken to me about this young generation. And that is, if you want to go to YouTube and look up the just type in Dearborn, Michigan Festival 2012. Scroll down that page until you see scary Christians being stoned in Dearborn, Michigan on 2012. I'm telling you, I saw this video the other day, I watched it, and I was totally and completely amazed, shocked. And it really, this video just absolutely confirmed everything that has been in my spirit for years now. Things that the Lord revealed to me in 2004 prior and has since revealed to me. And so I noticed in this video, and when you watch it, make sure that there are no children around you because there's much profanity. You're going to be shocked at what you see in this video. I am not advertising this video on any of my media. I'm not going to do that. But you can go and watch this for yourself. I don't want to stir anything up, but I do want to make you aware of some things tonight. I want to share these truthful things with you. And when you watch this video and you connect this with the fact of what took place in Egypt on Sunday, I'm just telling you, if you don't, if right now everything I'm saying to you is totally you don't know why it's important, you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to be watching these videos. You need to tune in and you need to learn where we are at this very moment in time and what you can expect to be coming on the scene. Biblical prophecy scholars, end-time biblical prophecy scholars, are on the edge of their seats every single day in this day and have been from back to about 2004 and a few years prior to that, because we are seeing so many major things take place now that I don't think that we ever thought we would see in our day. I know we may have thought we would, but now that they're actually taking place, you have to really just pinch yourself to get yourself to believe that it's actually happening. And we had something happen in our country today that, I don't know, we need to be awake. We need to be aware. We need to be in prayer, constantly, continually in prayer, hearing the voice of the Father. I can tell you for certain that I would not be aware of any of these things that are transpiring right now. I would not know what their significance is to me as a Christian or upon the world if it weren't for the fact that the Holy Spirit called me aside years ago, but in particular in 2004, and opened my eyes to His realm of seeing. And I liken this experience in 2004. I don't put myself in the same spot with John the Revelator, but I can tell you that I liken myself to John the Revelator and Daniel in the Old Testament, and many of the Old Testament prophets who saw such things coming and had to go and testify about them to a people who had no understanding and didn't believe him. A lot of them did not believe him. Didn't want to hear what he had to say. Don't tell us those bad things. They're not coming. You're a false prophet. But I really do feel like that experience in 2004, I could say I was like John on the island of Patmos. And the interesting thing, when I traveled to Iowa in 2006, the summer of 2006, with every intention of meeting with people there that I had met with before to share the book, and the Lord instead instructed me to go and share with pastors. And when I went to meet with one particular pastor about my book and about all this that I had just seen, this is just to prove something to you. When I sat down with him, he said to me, the Lord spoke to me last night because I was praying about your coming to visit me today. And I don't understand why he would say this to me, but he told me two things. Number one, I am supposed to play a video for you of the Old Testament priesthood, and he did. And then he said the Lord, he was going to bed the night before, it was very late, and he had been praying about our meeting the next morning, and he wasn't really hearing anything, and he went to bed, and he said the minute he went to sleep, was ready to go to sleep, the Lord spoke to him about our meeting and said, John on the island of Patmos. And I tell you, I knew exactly what he was talking about, because those are the two things that I got the most out of in the revelation given me in 2004. So see, God works in mysterious ways, and yet what he's trying to reveal to us, yes, it's a mystery, but he does bring understanding. So I need to get back on track here. In this video, if you watch this video in Dearborn, Michigan, you're gonna notice, I noticed something after I watched it. The Lord spoke to me and he said, Ginger, did you notice the age bracket of, because the adults, you'll notice the adults were, a lot of the adults were standing off in the background, and it was actually the young generation that was being the most violent in this incident, this riot, this outbreak against Christians. And I want to just say to you right here too that I don't believe that we need to go around provoking, intentionally provoking any gathering. Yet at the same time, there are things in that video that you need to see. You need to be aware of what is taking place right here in our country, as far as there is no protection. There was no protection given to those Christians. And by law and by civil right, they had civil rights to be in that festival. And they were ushered away, and you have to watch it for yourself, but there are very revealing things about our country and where our laws are heading with all of this. And I am telling you, you hook that up with what happened Sunday in Egypt and what this video reveals, and you need to put two and two together, and you need to really, we need to be praying about this. So how does this connect with the contact that I received last evening from this young gal? Well, the Lord pointed out to me, he said, do you see those young people? Well, you know what? We have young people too, don't we? And our young people go to the same places together, and there is a day coming for them, and you just have to consider it all, okay? But I want to tell you that, and I've mentioned this in other videos, that the generation coming up is going to be facing things, and if you don't see it coming, if you haven't put things together, if you're not watching what's happening around the world, if you're not paying attention at all to our economy, to politics, to things that are happening socially, in natural disasters, all of it, you're going to miss it. But this upcoming generation is going to be dealing with things that we have never had to deal with. We have never had to face the situations that they may be having to face, and I'll just go ahead and say they will be facing